Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on a Monday. Welcome on in, everybody. Hello, Leroy.
This weekend could be categorized as a bloodbath for football.
Yeah.
So many top-ranked college teams lost.
Mm-hmm.
So many upsets. So many underdogs won.
Yep.
And what the hell happened not only to the Dolphins, because I wanted to throw up on myself,
Right.
but the Ravens losing 44-10.
Yeah, they're broken. They're
Right.
they flex a Thursday night at the end of the month. Can they
I don't know,
flex
but
Dolphins Ravens?
everybody just thought, and we all thought this, we all think this from a week to week watching football. They got Lamar, so they can make up for all that. And no, they can't, because they were struggling with Lamar playing, and Lamar was softening the blow of this.
Yeah. No, they stink, dude. They stink. But it's that is we saw the signs. They stink.
Right.
And the Dolphins stink.
Right.
And
Now,
it really was. And you know what the thing is like I had a really, really fun time on Saturday night. I really did. Like I had the best sports day ever. I really did.
I said hockey,
dude. Let me tell you something about
boxing. MMA.
Dude, we had the crazy. I couldn't turn it off. I'm like, I have to move because the Canes are about to start. I can't keep watching preseason hockey. This is insane behavior. But the Tampa Bay Lightning basically brought up a bunch of hired goons from the minor leagues to go and take out Aaron Ekblad and everybody else on the Panthers. And Leroy, the entire game, I'm not even joking about this, was 4-on-3 hockey. It wasn't hockey. It was crazy.
It was practice, situational practice.
Dude, it was just Leroy, the game, hockey goes fast. A long hockey game is 2.5 hours.
Right.
The game took 3.5 hours.
Because they spent an hour sorting stuff out.
And then I would just miss them because eventually I had to get to the Canes. I'm like, I can't keep watching because the Panthers were also kicking their ass. And by the way, did I stir up a hornet's nest? Oh man, I threw a Twitter grenade and I just walked away like the Joker. And all of Tampa Bay hates me. And I didn't even say anything about the shenanigans. I didn't say anything about this was cheap shot. I wasn't even whining. All I said was that I cannot emphasize this enough. And I use the word, the Tampa Bay Lightning. And then I walked away. And boy, I came back to my mentions, and they were, as the kids say, big mad. Oh, they were mad. Oh my God, were they mad? But I had to move on because I was watching the Canes. And dude, took them to blow out City. I mean,
the game
it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Belt to ass. Now, did we have to sweat out a very annoying long fourth quarter of just whatever? But we got the point there, right? Like everybody at 28-3 got the point. The Miami Hurricanes just absolutely took Florida State to the woodshed. And Leroy, this Malachi Tony, I mean, he makes me feel things. I mean, he's so good. You give him the football, pew! He gone like Sonic the Hedgehog.
We literally have not seen acceleration past DBs. Keep in mind, DBs are the fastest guys on defense.
Mm-hmm.
He accelerated like they were linemen or linebackers.
Oh my God!
And we haven't seen that since number 10 for the Dolphins, which is frightening because that dude. Now, the big difference is one's a grown-ass man and one just turned 18, which is terrifying.
That's crazy.
He's going to be 19 in the NFL.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, it's Schmeathan says, hey, Schmeathan, it's good to have you back, buddy. Tobin is Malachi's show pony.
So it was, now, I'm going to tell you, I was getting so annoyed on Saturday
Okay.
because keep in mind, I not only have to deal with you during the week,
Mm.
but I have to deal with my golf group of about 10 guys
Oh,
that
okay.
comment and chat during the thing.
They're a bit like the old Muppets.
Yes. And so the score is 28-3. They score or something happens, and they go, here comes prevent defense. And I'm like, oh my God, why don't people understand this? The only way in a game like that FSU can get back into the game is one of two ways. Give up a quick touchdown or turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Now, you're the head coach. And in your mind, you're thinking the only way they have a chance is a quick score or a turnover deep in our territory. So football must be played accordingly. I got so sick of hearing we're up by 28. Why don't we just try to score another 28? Like, I'm like, do you not? And the game ended up, what was it, 28-19? It was not that close, people.
It took it
It
would have
really
taken,
wasn't.
dude, it would have taken like miracles. Like,
Right.
and I get it.
And
There was one
the only
weird,
way it could happen is if you do something stupid.
right. And they were doing the stupid 2 kickers onside kick, and one of them almost got us. It was like, okay, they did that 3 straight times. Like, dude, the point was made. And that Castellanos, like, he was credit to him. I mean, like, he was a miracle worker with some of the things that he was coming up at the end.
Yeah.
But like, the point was made.
Correct.
And the Canes have started this season. I don't understand.
How they're not number
Canes,
one in the country.
Leroy. Well, forget that. I'm just talking about this. Miami Hurricanes fans, you've beaten Notre Dame, Florida, and Florida State. And at each point of those games, they didn't look like they belonged on the field with you. Like, who wouldn't take a start to the season like this and run away with it? I am having such a great time watching these games. And the other thing is, okay, this is the great thing about this Canes team. They're like chameleons, dude. Because, okay, we all know, boom, poof, running through the trenches. So FSU's like, we're taking away the run. We're not going to lose to Fletcher and all that. And they're like, cool. Guess what? This week, like last week when we couldn't throw against Florida, this week, or 2 weeks ago, this week, bomb skis to Malachi Toney, who should have had 3 touchdowns, maybe 4 if he would have caught that incredible diving play. Like, what this team just is like, they got so many different variables to them. I'm having a great time. Who's not having a great time? Brittney, you're not having a great time?
No, I'm having a good time. I just
no. Here we go.
You know, I'm sorry that I choose to be a little bit critical.
No, okay. Brittney. Let's put it this.
Let's put it this your point, Leroy. Let's see what
go ahead.
Go
ahead.
I think in all those games, although I do agree, if you look at the game as a whole, the score does not reflect how truly badly we beat those teams. I understand that. What I don't like is in every single one of those games, you allowed that team to come back, and it was way too close for comfort. Now, the clock was always on your side in all of those games. The clock was always on your side, right? This game, what happens if down the road, Louisville on Friday in 2 weeks, what if the clock isn't on your side?
So when you say like they don't have a 2 touchdown lead at some point,
yeah, and I don't like how we can, when we get out to these big leads, we get into it, we're up by 2 scores, you start playing conservative. You knew you couldn't run the ball against FSU. What did you start doing when it was time to put the nail in the coffin? Like truly like put the nail in the coffin, you choose to run the ball, and you're doing 3 and outs, and you're putting your defense back on the field. The defense was on the field most of the game, and you can't expect them to do that for the rest of the season.
Brittney, here's a rule. Win the game you're playing. Okay? Don't judge this week's win based on what happened last week or in previous weeks. Win the game you're playing now. Now, I would say this. Everybody a lot of people have the same thought that you have. Okay. So, what if they throw a couple of passes, incomplete passes? Now you've given them another 3 minutes of football. So there's that. The other thing is that they have not given up really big plays all year. And most of the teams that score either get down the field on some penalties or methodically move the ball 10, 12, 15 play drives. How many of those can you have at the end of the game when the clock's running out? None, not many. So when you say the clock is on your side, the main goal of your team is to keep the clock running. The only thing that could help that other team, turnover, sack, fumble, or stopping the clock. All three things they did not do.
If 3 and outs, you're doing 3 and outs. That's not enough time running the clock. And also, don't even get me started on not kicking that field goal because that was
taking the points.
Don't even get me started on that.
Well, again, at that time, okay, at that time, what you're trying to do is shut the door. Okay, now it'd be different if it was a back and forth game. Florida State had done nothing. So why wouldn't you try to close the door?
It's also a crazy thing. Like, you know, the fans, and I'm not just saying you, but like, you can't get at Mario for having mouse balls and being conservative and then get mad at him for going for the jugular, you know?
Right.
I don't think
it's mean, like you can't win. Like, what Mario Cristobal is going to be Mario Cristobal. Like, he's not going to just take the simple way out. He wants to squeeze every bit of juice out of it. Now, he's gotten burned, and I get it. I'm not here to say that Miami Hurricanes fans aren't right in their PTSD of Mario Cristobal making terrible decisions and game management. But what I am seeing, Brittney, is a team that's very, very clearly top to bottom one of the best teams we've seen in a long time. And look at their resume, the teams that they're beating. I mean, the Florida game wasn't close. They got screwed out of a touchdown. And even in that, like, Florida just pulled off a win over Texas, and they're not ranked yet, but they probably will be by the end of the year. The Canes probably are going to end up having 4 ranked wins as of right now on their roster.
Think about that. Say what you want about any other team in college football. Besides the SEC, which I don't count ranked teams in the SEC because they're all ranked and then they get credit for beating up on each other. No. Okay, not even going there. They have beaten, well, at the time before Florida State blew it, they would have beaten 2 top 10 teams and 4 ranked teams, right? And there's nobody else in the country that's done that. Nobody.
No, I get it. And I think my point is like, it's not the team in itself. Like, I think that they're talented. I think that they're top to bottom a great team. I guess it's more of a coaching thing.
So let me ask you this.
Has me a little bit worried.
Because understand, in those situations at the end of a game, right? The other team is pressing. They're blitzing. They're bringing a lot of guys. So they're doing a lot of things to get the football back. What would you have suggested that wouldn't put your team in harm's way? And again, I'll say this, and either give up a fumble, a turnover, or throw the ball and stop the clock. Because those are the 3 things that are your friend at that time. If you can avoid those 3 things, where they were in the football game, the way their defense was playing, I get they ran a bunch of plays. At the end of the game, it was hurry up. I get all that. What would you have suggested that the offense do?
I don't know. I just feel like
you can't say I don't know, but complain about what happened.
No, I'm saying I think that you let Carson Beck. I think you throw the ball a little bit. I understand that you're scared of turnovers. I get it.
Okay, and then wait. How many people, Brittney?
He needs to be battle tested. We can't just expect him to.
No,
what if
now's not the time. Win the game. But Brittney, I will say this: I've been around fans a very long time, and I'm gonna tell you, if he would have dropped back, somebody would have swiped that ball and fumbled, everybody would have blamed Mario. So keep in mind, the worst case scenario in what you're saying he should have did, if it had happened, Mario would have been called trash. Because why would you throw the football with that big of a lead and the time and the clock is on your side?
Right. And if he does execute on that fourth down where he had Tony, like that game's over and you don't have to sweat like the last. I get it. It was an annoying fourth quarter because the fourth quarter took an hour and a half, it felt like, just because the point was made. I get it. It's not that I don't understand why the fans have this angst against Mario Cristobal. I'm just saying, big picture, come on. Like, Brittney, Notre Dame, Florida State.
No, I get it. And I'm excited.
When can you enjoy the season? Let me ask you, when can you watch a game and enjoy the season and be glad that your team won?
Not until we win a national championship. I've been a fan. No, I've been a fan of this team for a very long time, a very passionate fan. Okay. And like,
you lost your voice over this team.
I have many times, not just once. And I think I go back to 2017 when they sold me that beautiful dream. Why are you saying whoa?
Because that's how far we're going back to hold this.
We're going because I want you to understand that it's like the same PTSD that Dolphins fans have. It goes back.
Oh yeah, that team.
The last time the won a national championship, I was 1 year old. Okay, so I've never seen them really have super successful seasons. 2017 was the most recent successful season, and whatever. So I'm going back to that. We were playing out of our minds. We played great that season. We were undefeated. We go into Pitt the last week of the season, and we lose.
Yep, I was there. I remember.
It was tough. I know, but
and then we make the ACC championship still.
Hey,
I was at that game. I go to the ACC, and we get molly-whopped by Clemson. Molly-whopped. It wasn't even a chance.
Okay, but what does that have to do with this team? Because
I'm not going to get
Malachi Tony was 10.
Oh
my God,
he's so good.
Don't make me feel
so good.
Right, but I'm just saying.
You're not allowed to say that. You can't say that when you just said the Canes were 1 when you won the championship.
Can you like? And I understand this, but here's what happens. And I tell Tobin this all the time. I have one regret in all of my sports life. And a time when I had my most success on the best team I ever played for. We were thinking like that and just moving forward, and we never enjoyed the season. And then the season ended. And I was like, oh crap, we were 16-2. And I never enjoyed 1 minute of it because I was always thinking about the next game. Yeah. I was always thinking about what if. Sometimes, especially as a fan, until that day comes, enjoy the hell out of your team. But they're undefeated. They're going to be top 2 in the country. They've beaten 3, maybe 4 ranked teams, right? And we're sitting here nitpicking about end of games. Nobody cares. You're undefeated. Enjoy it. These guys on this team, there is nobody on this team that knows about 2017, yet you're holding them accountable for what you experienced in 2017.
I meant that in the way even last year, but we can go back. I was going to say
they weren't as good. They had a terrible defense.
Their defense wasn't good. Wasn't good. Terrible. I understand that. But the point is that winning, we went undefeated, right? We were in the same position that we're in right now. We were 5-0. And
but I bet
those little moments in those first bits of games that you're like, okay, that you're gonna find yourself in a situation where that's gonna come to bite you in the butt.
Understood.
And it did.
No, but I believe that they're gonna play different football.
But that's a completely different. See, here's the thing: is like it feels different than last year because last year you put yourself in holes. Like last year, you had to come up with miracles and comebacks. And was that a pass interference at the end of the game against Virginia Tech and Cal? Like those were like, and they just feel different because you just remember the thrill of pulling out the victory. Each one of these games has basically been the Canes have come out here, absolutely drop kicked their opponent, and it's like. And you basically got to just bleed out the clock, and you got to wait. And I get it. That feels frustrating, but I'm like I gotta hold on to what I felt like when it was 28-3 or when they were up 2 scores against Notre Dame. Like that to me is also got to feel as important because I think they've shown just more versatility. We got to take a break. We've gone way over on this, but
Brittney.
No, don't do that to her. In fact,
I'm
Brittney, you
kidding.
know what's up?
I'm kidding.
All right, we have something for you. All right.
Point for Brittney.
Oh.
All right. So
Thank you.
officially have Mike Biamonte the point system. So you're now on the scoreboard. But we got lots to get into. And yeah, I mean, listen, Schmeathan, I didn't even want to mention Jovic, but if you want to talk about what he did on Saturday night, I'm all for that too.